Thank you, my fellow Americans. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Today was a very big one for a very special boy down in Washington, D.C., because it's Joe Biden's 82nd birthday. You hear the people. Happy birthday, Joe. We got you a cake, but Nancy Pelosi insisted you sacrifice it for the good of democracy. The president, he's having a pretty good time. He just came back from a really fun birthday trip. It was a 6-day tour of Latin America where he ended it by wandering off into the Amazonian jungle. There you go. Bye-bye, Joe. Joe, go bye-bye. There you go. And is this true? I'm being told we have an image of the president at the end of his hike. There you go. Don't you worry. Were those chompers? He just chewed his way right out. But in a way, these celebrations are bittersweet because today is Biden's last birthday in the White House. That's right, I'm birthday bucket listing, folks. I'm gonna skinny dip in the reflecting pool, streak through the rose garden, then head up to the Lincoln bedroom for Jill's annual physical. Yeah? Nah, it's my physical, nothing sexy. She just takes my pulse and holds a mirror under my nose. Come on, proof of life. Fog it up. All eyes were on Washington this afternoon, where the House Ethics Committee was voting on whether to release a potential bombshell report on illicit drug use and sex with underage girls by Attorney General nominee and man whose eyebrows are being sued by the Nike swoosh, Matt Gaetz. The committee members include an equal number of Republicans and Democrats, so going into this vote, all the Ethics Committee needed was one Republican with ethics. And all the Republicans voted to protect Matt Gaetz. So the vote went along strict party lines. And when Gaetz heard the words party lines, he showed up with a rolled-up $100 bill. What I want to know is, what the hell is it that they don't want us to see? Because the stuff we already know is so terrible that if Gaetz ever moves to a new neighborhood, he's going to have to introduce himself door to door. Hi, I'm legally required to let you know that I'm the Attorney General. Now, for instance, here's some of the stuff that we know. The lawyer of the two girls who testified to the committee says the women were paid a total of more than $10,000 by Gaetz for sex, and that one of them testified that she saw Matt Gaetz having sex with a 17-year-old. And these women provided investigators with numerous photos from their time with him. And I'm told we have a video of members of the Ethics Committee seeing those photos for the first time. So, yeah, we wouldn't want to release that. Just for this public safety's sake. Elsewhere in the news, it's a day that ends in a Y, which means Donald Trump has made yet another cabinet pick that makes you go, why? Because last night he announced his new Secretary of Education. It's former WWE CEO Linda McMahon. For my reaction to this and really all of his nominations, I yield the floor to Randy Savage.
I'm living in a nightmare.
Thank you, Senator Machoman. Fun fact. The new Secretary of Education nominee has no teaching background. But you know what they say, those who can do, those who can't get a job in the Trump administration. Now, yesterday, okay, there you go. Get that? Yesterday afternoon, Trump also named his administrator of Medicare and Medicaid, TV huckster Dr. Mehmet Oz. Since this announcement, a lot of Oz's controversies have bubbled to the surface. For instance, according to an analysis of his old TV show, more than half of the recommendations made on the Dr. Oz show were either not backed up by or contradicted scientific research. What? Even the incredible oxygen recirculating all-natural whistle that toots your colon back to health? Only $85. Personally, I am shocked that his show was not scientifically sound at all times when he did so much real good doctrine stuff like this.
I want you to gently uncap your urine samples. So go ahead, take a little whiff. So there are a variety of different smells for pee, and each is a clue to your health. Whew.
Yes, he's right. It offers a lot of clues. For example, if you're sniffing people's pee on television, it's possible that you freaky. Possible. What are the odds? 54% chance of you freaky. Could be freaky. Oz also made some unique takes on dating. In a radio interview in 2014, when asked about the risks of incest, he said, if you're more than a first cousin away, it's not a big problem. And when one of the hosts asked him about third cousins, Dr. Oz replied, yeah, it's fine. That headline again, Dr. Oz has a hot third cousin. Trump also named his new press secretary. It's former campaign press secretary and woman in a Hallmark movie who moved home for Christmas to throw paint at the gay bakery. Caroline Leavitt. Leavitt promised to open the White House briefing room to Trump's podcast bros.
We saw President Trump own that lane on the campaign trail, sitting down with the #1 podcast in this world. We will certainly look at options on how to respect the tradition of the White House while also ensuring that press briefing room reflects the media habits of the American people today.
Okay, that might change the tone of the White House press conference. Okay, let's get started. The President Trump has decided to invade Greenland. Any question? Yes, Huck to a girl. Yes. We will get to you next, Mr. the Rizzler. And I'm getting word, is this true? I'm getting word there's news on the escaped South Carolina lab monkeys. That's right, it's time for a primate update. Welcome. Regular viewers know that 2 weeks ago, 43 lab monkeys escaped down in South Carolina, but now 39 have been recovered. Okay, they're down to the final 4, which means they're headed to the fantasy suites. And then we meet the monkeys' parents. Since the escape, there's been intense scrutiny about the facility they broke out of, a research lab owned by the Alpha Genesis Corporation. In fact, their founder and CEO has said the company is investigating whether the release of the monkeys was an intentional act by an employee. Specifically, they're investigating this security guard. One thing is clear. We're all in for a lot of change in the months to come. And that includes British car maker Jaguar. Sales have been flagging for Jaguar, so they're trying a rebrand. First, they redid the logo. Here's the old one with the badass kitty cat. Here's the new one, Jaguar. Looks like a luxury condom brand in an Eastern European dance club. Oh, don't worry, honey baby. Nikolai has Jaguar. Jaguar? To relaunch the brand, attempt to relaunch the brand, Jaguar released this video. Okay. Where are the cars? Does Jaguar sell ketamine now? Seriously, this video asks way more questions than it answers, like, is the new Jaguar a yellow elevator that takes you to a fashion model planet made of pink dust? And if I have body hair, am I allowed on the Jaguar planet? Also, I have no idea what it means to create exuberant. But whatever the hell it means, this ad has gone super viral, and it's already inspiring other companies to try their own new rebranding ads, like this one.
dehumidifiers.
We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Paul Mescal and Elvis Costello and T-Bone Burnett. But when we come back, meanwhile, join us, won't you?
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Sponsored by The Farmer's Dog. Fresh, human-grade dog food.